Hello everyone, today we're going to go over the jersey design tool. We're going to go over all the basic elements, all the basic functions. So we're going to start from left to right. So here are the little mouse icons. So it's a left click, allows you to turn the jersey any which way you want. Okay, that's which is pretty awesome, because if you really want to know what the inside of the jersey looks like, there you go, for those that really want to know. Otherwise, you can just spin it like so. You have the mouse, the wheel. The wheel here allows you to be able to zoom in and zoom out. Now sometimes if you get yourself stuck, let's say you're stuck somewhere within the jersey, you can always recenter the jersey, whether you recenter it front or back. This is available to you. And you can right click, or in this case actually you press the right clicker, and this allows you to move the jersey around. I don't suggest you guys do that too much, because if you leave your jersey here, then your jersey gets kind of weird in terms of where it appears. And again, if that happens, then just recenter the front or recenter the back, and you're back to where you were. So now we're going to move over to base. Base allows you to change all the design colors of your jersey, just the base colors. So in this case, our jersey here is black. We're going to switch it to red. Our stripes here are some charcoal. We're going to move that to black. And the sleeves, just to try to keep a cool look, we'll move that black. And then I kind of like to trim in gray, or maybe we'll do gold. So that's what base does. Now also it allows you to change the color and the positioning for the gear logo. It's a brown logo. New this season is a non option. So for those that really don't want to have the brand show, it's funny, so before people were putting their badges or other things on top of it just to hide it. So what we did is just decided to give you guys an option where you can remove it. I personally like it. I think it brings a layer of professionalism to the jersey. So I personally like it. Effects is kind of where all the magic happens, right? Because in effects you have your patterns, and inside your patterns you can do all kinds of crazy things. On the patterns you can change from having basic symmetrical designs to having skulls, to having what is this, a tiger print or a zebra print. Sky's the limit here. This is one of my favorite things within the design tool, because it allows you to kind of be creative in that way. Some patterns will only offer you one color change. So in this case, let's say I want to do orange, and I want the opacity to be at 100%. It's going to be orange. If I bring my opacity down to 50%, it's going to be a lighter shade of orange. Some designs have 4 colors, or 3 colors I should say. In this case, you could do various things here. You can definitely go with, let's say, a lighter shade of blacks, and then remove the opacity or increase the opacity. Gives you unique looks, right? So kind of like that. So let's go ahead and move away from patterns to go over to pattern blockers. This is also very cool. What you do here is, let's say the jersey there's a lot of stuff going on and you want to add a front logo. Well, you're going to need a blocker. You're going to need something to block that. So they're all activated, but they're all opaque. So you need to turn on the opacity and give yourself a blocker, right? So that's a blocker for the front. This would be a blocker for the back, and then this will be a blocker for the full back. So that gives you kind of a different look. And with this particular jersey, I'm going to do the the half back, something like that. Okay. Fading blends is that it gives you the opportunity or the ability to bring in some blends. I don't know if I like that. Some designs call for it. this one does not, so maybe I'll do the bottom one instead. Yeah, that's kind of cool. And let's say you don't want a gradient. Well, we give you the opportunity to maybe put some of these little sprinkles. I don't know what they're called, but we're gonna call them sprinkles. Or you can bring in some straight lines. Okay, so let's say I want that, right? Let's just go with that color for now. Since this is going to be something I want to look back and, say I did a good job, let's kind of change it up a little bit. That's kind of cool looking. And because we're going to, matter of fact, that is pretty cool looking. Let's change those stripes to black. There you go. We'll do that. Matter of fact, let's just make this jersey a gold jersey. So let's make this gold here. There you go. That's something. Make them white. And increase the opacity. No, decrease the opacity. No. Oh no, let's do that instead. Let's make it. There you go. That's a look. Not too crazy about it, but I think you guys will be much more creative than I will, because definitely this system allows you to be as creative as you want to get. So here we have a blocker. We also have the blocker on the back. So this jersey is ready to go. And this one is going to be, we have Tostitos in here. So let's see what that looks like. Well, this Tostitos has a white background, so that doesn't work. So guys, anytime you guys bring in a design, it's always important for you guys to try to bring in something that has a PNG that has a transparent background. That's always going to be the best. And there is a website that you can go to that can help you do that. It's inside one of these links. Follow that link, get your design, put it into the system, and then you can remove these backgrounds via these guys. For now, I'm not going to pick that one just because the background is there. I'm going to instead pick our logo, and we're going to put that in the middle. Our Soccer Factory logo, we're going to put that there. Again, this might not work just because of the fact that we got this going on and it kind of clashes. So we're going to remove that, and we're going to pretend our teamwork is called the Dragons. That's better. There's no red in it, but is there? So we're going to go into trimming, and now we're going to go ahead and add red. There you go. That's kind of cool looking. So yeah, so let's go back to logos and numbers. So we were just messing with the front logo. You can also add text. The cool thing here is that we give you guys pretty awesome fonts. Okay, so if you didn't already have a logo, you can definitely pick these fonts. You're able to italicize these fonts, make them bold, put an outline. Matter of fact, that's probably the way I would try to go most of the time. Instead of trying to mess with graphics, I would much rather see you guys get on this, add text, and just play with the text, because it's we give you guys a lot of options there. We're gonna do player numbers in the front, so we're gonna go ahead and add number 10. So the number 10 gets lost in there a little bit. So what we did is we gave the ability to do an outline, but a thick outline, right? So you guys won't, so that way it breaks away from the jersey. In this case, since we have a little bit of splash of red, we'll bring the red in there. Maybe we do gold, maybe we don't. So yeah, so just mess with it. You guys will ultimately find something that you're happy with. I personally want to change the font to that one. So there's my front of the jersey. The back, we're gonna go ahead and add player names. I'm not gonna fill that out because this is just to teach you guys how this works. And then we're gonna add a number in the back. So something that you guys need to keep note of, or at least something you guys have to remember, is that when you guys do the numbers and names, This is only a visual representation as to what you guys actually want. Don't attempt to try to fill in your roster here. Okay, just leave name as as name. Leave the number 10 as number 10. The roster is under the roster tab. So, matter of fact, we're just going to jump right into that because everything else here is self-explanatory, right? The sleeve logos and other images that you can use. So let's just jump into the roster. So here's the roster area. The roster area allows you to do one of two things. You can go ahead and just fill in the sizes. But unfortunately, if you fill in the sizes, you're not going to have an option to put numbers to those sizes. So little Jimmy wants number 7. You're not going to be able to do that unless you click on the player details. And this is where you add all the information, the player name. So let's say we got Jimmy. Most people use last names, but let's just do that for now. Number 7, and he's going to be a youth medium. So again, we did number 10 as a visual representation, but we want to see what Jimmy's jersey looks like, and voila, that's what it looks like. You want to add another player. Let's say you want to do last names. I don't know. It's up to you. Jones, number 21, and that's going to be a youth large. And you want to see what that looks like. All right, so let's click on preview. There's Jones, number 21. So that's pretty much the way the system works. Again, it's the base allows you to change colors of the design elements. The effects is that, right? Allows you to be able to change these really cool effects. Logos and numbers is what, it's where you add player names. I'm sorry, it's not where you add player names. Where you stylize player names, you add sponsors and logos. You do it all there, and the roster allows you to complete the roster. So it was a quick video. Hopefully that was helpful. Yeah, guys. All right. Well, I appreciate you guys. Thank you very much, and we'll see you on the next video.